EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Miami. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Second and 5 now. Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Jackson going to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top. 38.
And now with the play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Okay, ready?
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Here we go.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end, any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Second down, here's an option right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Out to his left.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Hey, report!
Now Dobbins again on second down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Jackson. Robinson's got it.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They'll run the option. option left. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
One more time with Dobbins.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll go option to the short side. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Second and 5 now. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way,
He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now flex. While you there looking the best, feel the get up in your chest. While I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home though.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play up. Run covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee. And they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick-6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Allen will try again on second down. He finds his man complete. That's McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 40. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Throwing is Hurts.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, Can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So after the INT, it's Allen.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins,
58 yards.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Running right, here's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back.
Well, so much for the first down.
And they coulda, woulda, shoulda had a first down, but my English teacher's not going to be happy with this one. They did not.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with a football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Let's go.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19, 18.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that will continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Being chased out left. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, 39 yards. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. After the sack on first down, Allen escaping, and he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And they'll accept that penalty. Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Allen off the play fake. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play. Obviously, instead he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen on the move to his left. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. A gain of 22.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Allen.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Right back to Singletary on second down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run here with Singletary. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. This time the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Boogie Basham earning himself a tackle for a loss as he stops him behind the line.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts looking here for Smith downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. They've got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Yes, it was a touchdown. And not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go now.
2nd and 7. Boston Scott, his first carry. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Rolling to his left. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
2nd down, back to Sanders. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. A give running left. It's Sanders. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Okay,
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
ready.
He'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Here we go, here we go.
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead, but ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now a first throw here in overtime. This is caught. It's Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, back to Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Looking to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
On first down, Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give up the middle to Singletary. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown! As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way.
I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, for the bank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, 'cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it. That I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Running like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. piano froze. I'm really who the piano chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Sticking up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be called like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavily, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, it don't go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, and I go, it don't go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, high swing, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm the. I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing the cookies like hate it and love it, I just can't get enough. Labels keep calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said oh my apologies, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest.